Phát. I am 36 years old. It's about the question. I've traveled alone once to isolate pagoda inside. It's on very high on the top of a hill, and we have to go by boat to the hill and climb up to the hill to the pagoda, and yeah, just that I just remember once about the travel alone case.
Where is that pagoda?
It's in Quảng Ninh province. It's named Quảng Ninh province. It's named Lôi Âm. Yeah.
I'll look it up. Thank you, Pat. Nice to meet you too. Lian, can you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I'm Lin. I'm 19 years old and from Ho Chi Minh City and study economics. I've never traveled alone. I'm just 19. Maybe in the future I would like to travel alone Vietnam when I graduate.
So from north to south or south to north, all the way. You see every place in Vietnam. Okay, thank you, Lin. Nice to meet you. And good morning, Phong. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone. My name is Phong. I'm 37 years old. I live in Da Nang City. Finally, I never travel alone. I usually travel with my family or my friend. I prefer to travel with the family. I travel a lot of places in Vietnam. I have to travel somewhere in some country in China, Thailand, and Singapore. Yeah.
Excellent. So around Asia, good to see other countries.
My plan in this year, maybe I travel to Europe or Australia.
Awesome. Good luck. Thank you, Phong. Now, Hugh, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, teacher and everyone. My name is Hugh. I'm 28 years old, and now I'm living with my family in Hải Dương City. And about the question, yes, I have. It's my traveling to Hà Giang mountain region 1 year ago. I traveled alone here. Yes, it's so awesome. Yes.
Did you go by motorbike or by car?
Yes, I have a bike, motorbike, or road. Yes, but for a long way, I go by bus.
By bus. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, teacher. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I'd love to visit Hà Giang, but I've never been. One day, I think maybe next year I'll go to Hà Giang.
Yes, a wonderful place. Yeah.
Excellent. Nice to meet you here. And Long, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hello everybody here. My name is Long, and now I'm working and living in Hanoi City. But this time I have achieved for my business in Hạ Long province, in Quảng Ninh province, and I often travel alone. But I prefer travel with my friend. But because of my my work, I often go to go alone to some province in Vietnam.
So mix of like business trips. Sometimes with business trips you have to go alone.
Yes.
But yeah.
Sometimes for my business, sometimes for my trip, my own trip. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Long. Nice to meet you as well. And
Yes.
let's move on to our next section. We're talking about the pros and cons, the advantages and disadvantages of traveling alone. So some of you can definitely talk about this with experience after your own trips. I think just mention 2 of each if you have just now, because we're going to use this same topic for the conversation later. So go through it again. Start with Lan. Do you remember any pros and cons from your trips?
Of course. And I think that traveling alone has more advantages than disadvantages, in my opinion. Yeah, because when you travel alone, you can do everything you want. You have not to depend on another. You have to wait for another, and so you win. You don't lose time. So, and another thing is when you travel alone, you easily receive help from local people and practice more the language with local people.
Receive help easily from locals. Yeah.
Yes, it's easy to make friends on your trips. It's my experience. If you go with someone, maybe it's not easy to make friends. I don't know, in my opinion. And this disadvantage is when I come to my hotel, and sometimes I feel lonely. Nobody to discuss, nobody to talk, and you eat alone. I don't know like this. And also when you travel alone, you I don't know, you have to pay more money than if you travel with other. With other you can share the room, but when you travel alone, you have to pay your room.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, there is some costs involved that would be higher sometimes. Even
if you share with another, is the cost is I don't better.
Yeah, same with taxis or transportation. Sometimes it's cheaper to share. Yeah. Okay, they're good ones. Thank you very much, Lan. I agree with your ideas. Fat, do you know any advantages and disadvantages of traveling alone?
Yeah, the advantage is if I travel alone, I can go everywhere I decide to go. I decide to the place to go, and I decide the time to spend there. And most of and I have a chance to reflect myself if I go travel alone.
Chance to reflect, like
yes,
to kind of
to
think.
reflect. Yes, reflect to look inside, into me, and to yeah, just talk to myself.
Yeah.
It's I think it's time we really spend for I really spend for myself. Yes, and the disadvantage, yes, when I've experienced it's dark and I'm alone inside forest, and I'm not sure about if I have a friend go with me, I would be less afraid, less scared. Yeah. Yeah. So and I think yeah, I think it's this I think there's an idea that if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with your friends. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Sure, yeah. Well, I think that does depend as well. Some people want to travel fast with a group.
Yeah.
Some people will spend a long time on their own. But yeah, I understand the meaning. Cool. So yeah, it's a similar situation, like just being lonely in certain situations when you're traveling. It's not that fun. Yeah.
Thank you, teacher.
So Lian, what's your ideas for advantages and disadvantages?
To me, the advantage of traveling alone is traveling alone gives me more freedom, and also I could go anywhere I like or do anything I want, no matter what people want. Yep, I am more free. But the disadvantage is cannot split the cost with someone else. Cost like what you said, the cost of taxi or hostels or anything like that, and I have to do everything, even I'm sick or tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you're sick, you just stay in one place for a while. Wait for yourself to feel better, unless you have a busy schedule that you have to stick to. Could be unpleasant. Exactly. Good ideas. Thank you, Lynn. And Fong, what's your ideas?
Yeah, to me, I don't prefer to travel alone, but I have some business trip alone. I think that when I travel alone, I can do everything what I want. When I travel alone, I can go to bed and get up very late. I can bring a lot of something like that. Maybe I can go everywhere I want. But I think that for me, travel alone is more advantage than the disadvantage. I think that when we travel alone, we feel very alone. We nobody can you can sharing everything with everyone. You when if you have a beautiful place, you can share your thinking. Maybe if you have sometimes you have eat some food, some local food, you don't share the food is good or bad, something like that. I think that travel along maybe it's so expensive. You can share the hotel or the transportation fee with someone. You pay yourself. You buy yourself. I think that when travel along, maybe and you feel lazy, you can go to bed to watch TV. Yeah, I don't prefer to travel alone. I think that travel alone more respected.
Sometimes that's what you want to do. You know, if you're traveling alone, sometimes you want to spend one evening watching TV and being lazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
at least you have that opportunity and the choice. But if you're with your friends always want to go out to do something, then you usually you have to go with them. So yeah, it has a balance, both sides. Thank you, Fong. And Hugh, do you have some pros and cons of traveling alone?
I think when we travel alone, we will get advantage. For example, we will feel so relaxed and tranquil or peaceful, and we are freedom to do or to think everything, and we can focus on sighting. Uh, and Moreover, we don't need to depend on another, and we have more time to look inside ourselves. But besides that, we also have more disadvantages. For example, it is difficult to take a photo if we are alone, and it is more dangerous because of lacking of support from others. Even though we are sick or ill or get accident when traveling, yeah, and yes, and we cannot sharing thought or feeling or emotion with another, and it is more intensive when we use some services, for example, taxi or hotel or or something else. Yeah, and it is so frightening if we are in the forest or in the darkness or lonely. Yes, this is my opinion.
Yeah. Don't be too negative. It's fine. Yeah, I think that's good ideas about the photo. Difficult to take a photo. I'd never thought about that one myself, but yeah, it's challenging, not easy.
Yeah.
And the safety can be a problem as well. Although I've never had any worries about it. I think if you are traveling alone and haven't made any friends, then it could be more dangerous to be out alone at night.
Yeah.
Thank you here. Nice ideas. And Long, can you add some of your own ideas?
Yes, I think traveling alone is more easy than traveling with other people, because we can arrange our time to traveling with my own time, with my own free time, and if we go alone to change place, yes, if we go to a change place, we need to, if we get you get to meaningful meaningful contact with a local. We have a great experiences. But besides that, we take more risk than usual. Yes, yes.
More risk.
More risk, and I think if we intend to get traveling alone, we it's just experience. It's just we need to gain more experiences, but it's not too high challenge for myself, for ourselves. We just we must limit the challenge to protect myself from outside, from some dangerous outside.
Yeah, I can understand. So you might not do something if you're alone that you would do with friends because possibly there's a risk of getting hurt or putting yourself in danger. Yeah, I can understand.
Yes.
Good idea. So thank you, everybody. Good ideas there. We're going to use the same conversation later, so we'll discuss the same things at the end of the class. So with the section on vocabulary, we'll just do, let's see, pronunciation for a couple of them. I'm going to do pronunciation for these three. think the other ones are quite easy. We'll see. The three words here: peril, peril, triumph, triumph, and vulnerable, vulnerable. And then afterwards, you can choose to define and make a sentence with the word if you want. So let's change the order. I'll start with Leon. Leon, can you practice these three words pronunciation?
Sorrow, iron, vulnerable,
One more time with this word. Vulnerable.
vulnerable,
Good.
vulnerable. Yes.
Kind of a hard going from the L to the N, but otherwise it's not too bad. So can you choose a word from the list as well?
Yeah, yes. Itinerary is a plan of journey including the route and the places that you visit.
Mm-hmm. Can you make a sentence with
And
itinerary?
sentence is, you should have a good itinerary for your next journey.
You should have a good itinerary for your next journey. Yeah, excellent. The itinerary is very much a detailed schedule. Now, can you practice those three words in the middle as well?
Total, triumph, vulnerable.
One more time, practice with the L sound as well. Vulnerable.
Vulnerable, vulnerable.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
So, thank you. And I choose number 6, identification.
Mm-hmm.
It's mean to identification is mean to identify the process to identify something or someone.
Yeah, it could be an action or process, or it could be an actual physical piece of paper that identifies someone.
And my sentence is I'm using 2 identification cards now.
I'm using 2 identification cards now.
Now, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's fair enough. Excellent. Now, Lan, can you practice these words in the middle?
Peril, triumph, vulnerable.
Can you repeat peril? Peril.
Peril, peril,
So it's just peril.
peril,
Yeah, that's it.
peril. Okay. Triumph, vulnerable.
And can you choose one word as well?
Peril. Like risk or serious danger.
Yeah.
And when traveling alone, we should avoid to go somewhere in peril.
When traveling alone, we should avoid going.
To go somewhere in peril.
Well, peril is usually a situation that you're already in. So you could say you should avoid going somewhere where you risk being in peril. But with peril,
where there is peril.
Where there could be peril. Possibly. We wouldn't usually use the word in that situation. We'd use risk or danger.
Yeah.
Because it's like a.
But it's now. It's peril. It's now.
It's somewhere, but peril we use in situations we don't expect. Something we maybe don't know we're going to be in peril.
So I said go somewhere in peril, or we have to avoid some. I don't know.
You could say situations where we could be in peril.
Ah, okay. Because we don't know if there's risk or no.
Yeah. So
Okay.
peril is often used when we don't expect it. So it's a kind of an immediate danger. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
You can use it as an adjective as well and say perilous. Perilous situations.
Perilous.
Perilous. 1 or 2. Perilous, 1L. Excellent. Yeah, that's a good one. But actually, the adjective would be nicer in this sentence.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
when traveling alone, we should avoid perilous situations.
Thank you. Could be in peril.
Okay, Long, can you practice the 3 words in the middle?
Yes, peril, triumph, vulnerable. I choose word vulnerable. Vulnerable.
Yes.
Peril, triumph. Vulnerable is too easy to make put something bad or danger situation on someone.
Yeah, when it's someone, the someone is the noun, so it would be someone who is like easily in danger or easily at risk.
Yes. By traveling alone, we get we got more opportunity to vulnerable.
But opportunity sounds like a good thing.
No. we got by traveling alone we got more vulnerable situation.
You could use a verb like face more vulnerable situations, or experience
situation
more.
We got more vulnerable situation. Yes. This in a strange town, we by by luck careful he got he got he got vulnerable case.
So, as vulnerable is an adjective, just use the to be. So, is more vulnerable.
More vulnerable citizen.
I am more vulnerable when traveling alone. Yeah.
Yes.
Vulnerable situation is fine as well because it's using it as an adjective. Yeah, good examples. Thanks. Now, Hugh, can you first practice these 3?
Yes. Peril, triumph, vulnerable.
Yes, great.
And teacher, yes. And I will define a 4th word, triumph. Triumph near a great success, achievement, or victory.
Yeah.
Yes. And my example in the We have a great traveling to Singapore to congratulate our business triumph.
It would be to celebrate, right? To celebrate our business triumph.
Yes. Is that right, teacher?
So with traveling is still the verb, so I'd use a noun like trip. We had a great trip to Singapore.
Yeah.
To celebrate our business triumph.
To congratulate our business triumph.
Congratulate is for to tell some people that they have done something great.
Yes.
But for something you've done, then you would celebrate. Celebrate instead of congratulate.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Yes, I understand.
Excellent. That's a great example. And finally, sorry to leave you last, Fong.
Yes.
Can you practice these three?
Hero, triumph, vulnerable,
One more time. Vulnerable.
vulnerable,
More stress on the beginning. No stress at all.
vulnerable,
Vulnerable. Yeah.
vulnerable.
And can you do the second word? Dine.
Yeah. Die means it's the principal meal of the day.
Say one more time.
And dine to eat the principal meal of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Just to eat dinner, basically. To dine. Got it.
Yeah. My sentence is when I travel to somewhere, I prefer to dine special local food.
I prefer to dine on special local food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too, absolutely. I agree. Everything has to be local food. Okay, now we're running very late, so I need to speed up a bit. We've got two idioms to practice. Taken for a ride is when usually someone takes you, in this context, takes you and lies, cheats, or tricks you in some way. You can, of course, use this for other people. You can say, I took him for a ride, but normally it would be described from the victim's perspective. I found out I'd been taken for a ride by someone I really trusted. So I was lied to by someone I trusted. And the second, to come up against something, to have a situation or deal with something which is difficult or unpleasant. So it could be any kind of problem, difficulty, even language barrier, something which is just hard or not easy. In the first week, we came up against a pretty tricky problem. Doesn't explain what it is. So because we only have 10 more minutes, we'll just do two examples, one with each. Sorry, not two each, one of each. So, Lan, can you make a sentence with one of these idioms?
First time when I travel alone, came up again, taking in London.
Can you repeat? I lost the sound in the second half.
The first time when I traveled alone, I came up against taking the tube in London. Yeah.
It's expensive, right?
No, not very expensive. But it's not easy for me when I travel alone and have to look where the train go, a lot of underground in London.
Yeah.
It's not easy because
Right.
before I used to travel with my husband and my daughter, and at that time my husband I just follow them. I didn't see any map, anything. I just follow them. And when I travel alone, and I have to
They sit alone.
came against taking the tube. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But now
London
it's
is
easy.
so big.
Now it become easy for me. No
Good.
problem.
Good. You learned the system.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll get one with the other idiom. Fat, can you make a sentence with taken for a ride? Do you have one?
That's, yeah. I did everything as she told me. But at last, I think I've been taken for a ride by her.
Yeah. So she told you something that you might get, but you aren't getting what she said, or something like that. I did everything as she told, but last, I think I've been taken for a ride by her. So instead of by her, I would say I think she has taken me for a ride.
She's taking me for a ride.
Yeah.
She is.
I think she is taking me for a ride. Yeah. I think that would be a bit more natural. She has taken me for a ride. I've been taken for a ride. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. That's a good example. So everyone else, if you have a sentence for one of these, please write it in the chat box. But we have to move on because we don't have much time left. I always think these slides are quite unnecessary, but everyone has different opinions. So we have two more structures if you want to practice one sentence. Again, we'll just make 2 examples because we don't have any time. This one's quite a long and complex one. So because of either a noun, a verb, or a subject and verb, and then a second subject and verb. Better shown in the example. Sorry, second one. Because of being in, that should say being in an accident, we all arrived late. So in that case, we used because of verb ing. And the second, because subject verb to object. In that case, it could be because he ran slowly, we were late for the bus. So we can just make 2 examples, either of these structures, and any example that you want. So Lian, do you have a sentence for one of these?
Because of the hard exam, he is nervous.
Because of the hard exam, he is nervous. Yeah. Exactly. And Fong, can you make one example as well?
Yeah, my single, because of development of my company, I have studied English at the.
Sorry, can you repeat one more time?
Yeah, because of development of my company, I have studied English at the.
Ah. Sorry, what I missed the noun after because of the something of my company.
Because of requirement
I
of
thought it was.
company. Yeah.
Because of the requirement of my company, I have to study English on top of that. Yeah. Ah, did they pay for it?
Company has me.
Never mind. Okay, guys. I think we'll try and get 3 conversations in. We'll do our best. So the discussion today is about the effects of traveling, but basically it's the same part as earlier, advantages and disadvantages. But you can mention any personal effects. It could be physical effects, emotional effects, social effects, or it could be other effects that relate to your career or business or family or something like that. So you can make it personal if you want to. So let's discuss firstly, Hugh, can you talk with Long about the effects of traveling?
Hello here.
Hi, Long.
Yes.
Nice to talk with you. Yes. Have you ever travel? Travel? Have you ever had any traveling?
Yes, I have a lot of time to travel. Both travel alone with and travel with my friends. I like to travel, but sometimes I must spend time for my work, my work my and my life. I often travel one or two time, one or twice time per year. And you?
Yes. And my work no need traveling. Yes. And I usually travel with my family and my friend when I have time. Yes, and how do you think about the advantage or disadvantage of traveling? How long?
The advantage of traveling. Yes, I mean, yes. I think the most advantage of traveling is you can get more great experience from outside go to change the place and appreciate many different culture, and we can learn something or learn a lot of things to the people around me. And this I think travel win demon to a lot of cost if you decide to go to abroad or the place far from place where you are living. Um,
Yeah.
and you, how do you think about the advantage of traveling?
Yeah. With me, advantage is more than disadvantage when we travel. Um, when we travel, we can learn more about the traditional culture uh, of everywhere we go. Um, and we can discover heritage there. We also can um, enjoy the local food, or we can have more time to relax after uh, after busy working. this working time, and we will get more or some memory with our friend or with our family. But some disadvantages will when we go traveling. For example, we will we have to pay money or with or if we affect on our daily work if we cannot arrange our time well. Yes, that is our opinion.
Just do you prefer to go to travel to take a travel with your boyfriend or girlfriend?
Yes, with my husband.
Yes, me too. I like do it with my wife.
Yeah. Yes. Nice to talk with Long.
Yes, nice to meet you.
You guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, teacher.
Just a couple of small changes I would make. Instead of pay money, you spend money. And affect doesn't need on, just affect our daily work.
Yes.
And remember your plurals, so like cultures, places, experiences. Your plural sounds are not loud enough for me to hear your plural words.
Yes.
And I think just the best advantage, I changed to biggest advantage. Like, biggest.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay.
That's great, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Speak to change, let's say, Lian and Lan. Can you guys discuss any
Hello, Lian.
of traveling?
Hello, how are
Yeah.
you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's nice today in Hanoi. Sunshine.
Here in Ho Chi
Now
Minh
I feel good. Okay. And the effects of traveling. And for me, I don't care if I travel alone or with my family. But when travel, and I can discover some new places in the world, and the local culture, and I can try local food. And another way is important for me that I can know the public transport of each city where I go. Because public transport, when you use public transport, you can economize your money. And so another thing, you can make friends everywhere you go. Yeah, because in the world, not only me, but I think that there are a lot of person who travel alone too. Yeah, but another thing, when you travel, go to Europe or to somewhere outside in Vietnam, and you have to prepare the time and money because my company gave me only 3 weeks a year, and so I used 3 weeks to go far away, and to making the visa is a problem for us. Sometimes it make me easy when they ask me a lot of paper to show in embassy, some embassy. How about you?
Yeah. Actually, I've never traveled alone.
I never
Yes.
travel alone in Vietnam, but I travel a lot in the world outside in Vietnam, but never in Vietnam.
I think I agree with everything you said. Yes, the advantage is traveling alone gives you more freedom, relax. Yes, it's broaden your knowledge. As what you said, you're very knowledgeable, especially about the traveling.
Yeah.
Yes, and find out about new cultural and
Hello.
Feel free to go. Yes.
Go on. Go.
Yeah, yes. Free to go anywhere. Yes. Do anything. But the disadvantage is what I said. You cannot split the cost with someone else.
Mm.
Have to do everything, even when you're sad, when you're sick or tired. Yes.
It's problem. When you sick on your trip, it's problem.
Especially when you don't have much time. That's when you have to meet other people who are traveling alone as well. And then share the cost with them.
Yes.
We have another word for person traveling alone is solo traveler. Solo traveler.
Yes. I saw that solo traveler. And you know, my friends call me global traveler.
Yeah? So can we call you Vietnamese backpacker?
I don't know. I don't travel as like that.
A joke.
Yeah.
Don't
I like some things comfortable on my trip. Yeah. But anyway, I try to economize my money, and so I use So I try to know how to get public transport in each city where I go. Yeah.
Some places it's easier than others. I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheap.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I must move on because we've got one more group. Let me see. Sorry. I like the word economize. It's really a good word to describe what people do when they're traveling. Like similar to budgeting, like using the low-cost versions of different aspects of your trip. Yeah. And your talk about visas is very familiar, but I think for you it's probably more difficult than for me.
For you, no.
My passport is pretty good, so I do need visas, but they are easier to get.
And I know that English people now, when they go to Vietnam, they don't need a visa, right? It's 5 or 7 countries in Europe. Don't need a visa to go to Vietnam.
Only if you want to stay longer than 2 weeks, you need a visa.
Yeah, okay. But you can get the visa at the airport when you drive.
You can, yeah. I've done this many times.
It's easier for you, but not easier for me.
No, I'm sorry.
But anyway, I have the visa for England, even Scotland, 2 years.
Yeah. They're really long.
My daughter studying there, and so the English embassy, they gave me 2 years, monthly visa.
British embassy.
British embassy.
Separate. Okay, let's talk to the last guys. Phong and Pat.
Hello, Phong.
About the effects as well.
Hello, Phong.
Yeah. Where in Vietnam were you traveling? What place in Vietnam?
I didn't get your point. Can you speak again? Can you?
Yeah. Where place in Vietnam do you prefer to travel?
Can you just type it? Can you type it?
I think it said, where in Vietnam do you prefer to travel?
In Vietnam, yeah. It's northwest of Vietnam. Is beautiful place. I love to travel to there because it's very leisure. It's and
I live in Da Nang city. I think that when you spend little time to travel to Da Nang, I think Da Nang in the summer is very nice. It's a beautiful beach. The local food is very cheap. I think that it is cheap, and weather so hot.
I've been in Da Nang several times. It's beautiful, calmly city. Is I think I quite like Da Nang, and I spend especially when I go by bike to the Suncha Island. To Suncha is really great, and yes. And and how do you think the effects of traveling? You prefer with a partner, or you want to be a solo traveler?
No, when I travel, I prefer to I don't prefer to travel alone, but I usually travel with my family or my friend. However, I prefer to travel with my friend. I think that when I travel with my friend, I can do everything. I can